Right, so let's look at the lesson on playing in a suit. So there are 3 steps. There's a 3-step plan for playing in a suit contract. So 1 is, how many losers do I have? How can I avoid these losers? And which order should I play the cards or the suits? So before you start on that, you need to choose a master hand. So this is in trumps. So the master hand is usually the hand with the most trumps in it. If they have equal, then you can have the hand with the most points, or you can just do it as your hand if you're the declarer. It's quite often easier to see things from your perspective, as it were. So now I'm going to go through each suit and see which suits are covered by top winning honours from the other hand. So here we've got a simple auction of 1 heart, 4 hearts. So choose the left hand as the master hand because it's got 5 trumps, it's got the most. So initial analysis from the master hand, so if this is the master hand, we're going to have, so let's assume we have a small heart lead. So we get a small heart lead, we then see dummy, we can see that we look at our hand, the 5 of spades, the king gets played, we now have the winning queen, and then we're going to lose a 9 of spades. So we're going to lose 2 spade tricks, all right? Hearts, we've got solid hearts other than the jack, but we're going to assume that they're going to break evenly. So either 2-2 or 3-1, in which case we shouldn't lose a heart. So no hearts to lose. In diamonds, we're going to play the 4 of diamonds to the ace. The king will win, and we're going to lose the 6. So it's 1 loser in diamonds. And in clubs, we've got the 6 of clubs to go with the king. So we've got no losers in clubs. So none, 1, none, and 2. So 3 losers in total. So let's make assumptions about suits. So when counting our losers, we don't count that a finesse will work. So in other words, here, if we got this as the master hand in the club suit, we've got 1 club loser. The club finesse might work, but we're going to treat it as if it's a loser. So if we were counting this as how many losers we've got 1 loser. Here we've got 4-4 club fit. Now we've got, what we're going to do is assume the most normal distribution. So here we've got 5 clubs missing. We're going to assume that they break 3-2. That is the most normal distribution. So if we play the ace and the king of clubs, there's a club left out. They'll win that, and then we'll win our 4th club because they'll have no clubs left. So we'll win the ace and king, and we'll win 1 other club. So we'll get 3 tricks in club suit, so therefore we've got 1 loser in the club suit only and not 2. So that's an easy mistake that beginners look at with this hand. They think and they've got 2 losers, but actually they've got 1. All right, let's just go back to this hand. So our plan then on the small heart lead, draw trumps in 3 rounds, ruff a spade so that we only have 1 spade loser. Okay, so we're only going to lose 1 spade. What else we're gonna now, although we don't need to ruff if the spade finesse back from dummy works. So in other words, what we can do, we can play a spade to the king. All right, so we win the opening heart lead in this hand. We play a spade to the king. Now if North has the ace of spades, they'll duck that, so we'll win the king. Then what we can do is we'll play the 10 back. All right, and if South has the jack of spades, we'll duck this 10 of spades and put in the 9. All right, and then the queen will now be a winner. Okay, so we'll play the 5 to the king, and then the 10 and put in the 9. And now if the ace pops up, we know that South has the jack of spades. So we won't even need to ruff a spade. Another thing we can do, okay, so we can throw a losing diamond off in dummy by taking the club finesse. So what we can do is, if the club finesse works, then we can actually throw a diamond away. Now, if the club finesse doesn't work, when we play the ace of clubs and then we get over here and play the king of clubs, we can actually throw our diamond loser away. So we're swapping our diamond loser for a club winner potentially. But if everything is absolutely right, we'd lose 1 spade and we won't lose any clubs, diamonds, or hearts if everything's perfect. So in other words, if North has the queen of clubs, and the ace of spades, and south has the jack of spades, then we can actually make 12 tricks on this layout. All right. Let's look at another hand. So here, this time right hand opens a heart, left hand bids a spade. We bid 3 spades, okay, and lefty bids 4 spades, and everyone passes. North leads off the king of diamonds against the 4 spade contracts. So what are we going to do? So here we could take east as the master hand because it's got more points. So we're in spades. So if this time we take east as the master hand. So we go through spades and we've got one loser. All right. So it's very much similar to that club suit that we looked at before. Here, the spades are likely to break 3-2. So therefore, we're going to lose 1 spade. We should have 3 spade winners. Diamonds, we're going to win with the ace of diamonds. We've got no more losers. Clubs, we've got ace, king, queen. So we're not going to lose any of theirs. So it's just this heart suit where we've got a lot of losers. So when we play the ace of hearts, we've got no other high cards to park these hearts on. But how are the hearts going to break? They're likely to break 4-3. Okay, 4-3. I don't know if you see my fingers there. So 4-3. So that means when we play the ace of hearts, someone's going to have 3 winning hearts left, most likely. So what we've got to do is rough these hearts. So if we can rough all these hearts with these spades, somebody might over rough our spade, but it doesn't matter. We're just going to try and rough as many hearts as we can and see how it goes. So on the king of diamonds lead, we'd win with the ace. We wouldn't touch hearts at all. That's the crucial thing. Many beginners, they draw hearts straight away. So what you do, you try to rough before drawing trumps. If you draw trumps first, you've got no trumps then to rough with. So that is the critical thing. So win with the ace of diamonds, play the queen of hearts to the ace, and then start roughing. So play a heart, rough it. Then what you need to do is get back over there. So get back over there with a club, play a club to the ace, and then rough another heart, okay? And that's basically it, all right? So, gone through that. Okay, so playing the king of diamonds, win the ace of diamonds, heart to the ace, and rough a heart, club to the ace, and rough another heart, rough a diamond, okay? And then, so keep roughing hearts and play them for being 4-3. And that's basically it. That's how you play out in suits. A couple of examples. And we talk about the master hand. We've talked about roughing losers. We've talked about taking a finesse. And we've talked about drawing trumps. So the other thing is to draw trumps whenever we don't need to rough anything. All right, so hopefully that's useful, and you can have a look at some hands as well that I'll play out in another video.